spent a lot of time traveling throughout Great Britain and a fair amount of time in London itself, admiring all of the sights, the iconic bridges. So when I say that we are in the middle of the desert in Arizona, standing on the London Bridge, that feels very weird. Why is the London Bridge in the middle of the desert in Arizona over a man-made body of water that was made for the bridge, essentially? And how the heck did it get here? Those are questions that we're hoping to answer today, as well as explore the quirky tourist town of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. It is a weird feeling to be standing on a London Bridge, but this is not the Thames.
No, not at all. It is pretty here, but it's not quite the sights of London, though this London Bridge is more impressive to look at than the one in London currently.
Fair. We are going to check out the visitor center, but it is not open yet because we are here very early. It's supposed to be 45 degrees Celsius today, and we're trying to beat the heat. But there is this nice plaque here that says they acquired the bridge in 1968 for almost $2.5 million at that time. And it cost them $4.5 million to get the bridge over here and rebuild it, brick by brick. Very fascinating, isn't it? Lake Havasu is known for being a really popular place to go boating, and with the hot temperatures that they have all summer, I think you'd pretty much need a boat to be able to hang out here. The boating party scene isn't really our speed, but you know what is my speed? Kitschy tourist spots that make me feel like I'm in England. It's not quite the David Bowie phone box we stood in, that he stood in Ziggy Stardust, but it'll do for now. Here's what I mean. Look at this lovely English-inspired building with two big oversized beach chairs like you'd see in any tourist beach spot in America. This is what I'm talking about. I can't remember where I read it now, but I think the dragon was the symbol of London when the Romans first created it. Or I could just read the sign because it tells me that that's exactly what it is. This boundary here marks the City of London land. Apparently we are in the City of London land. I didn't even know that was a place here.
Me neither.
But it adds to the excitement for me. The world's largest candle shop. I didn't know such a thing existed in Arizona. Want to go see a candle being made?
Ooh, it smells waxy out here.
A gate that makes me feel like I'm outside of Buckingham Palace? Yeah, why not? I love it. Did we just find our London Bridge souvenir?
I mean, London is calling.
Fair.
And where else in America but by the London Bridge are you gonna find a British post box?
Don't they usually say when they were installed?
I believe that the initial on it's usually of the monarch that's reigning at that time.
Oh yeah, so is that Victoria? Is this a Victorian era post box?
Might be.
Now this isn't the original London Bridge. I know that the Romans built a bridge, the first bridge in London, and it was wooden, and I think they had multiple rebuilds of that bridge throughout the years. I don't know a lot about the first stone bridge or kind of the time between that and how we got to this bridge here, but the visitor center says that they have a lot of information for us, so let's see if they have that information we're looking for. This is already everything I wanted it to be. I unexpectedly heard an English accent this morning at the hotel.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting to find that there are people that come here from all over the world.
Gotta see that London Bridge.
England is looking pretty packed too.
This is pretty compact in here. I don't think we can fit a pin in where we live currently.
No, but we could maybe put one in a past former place like Florida.
Or Southern Washington.
I love that they're really looking out for dogs here.
That is nice to see. We're also a little sad because we don't have ours with us right now. Carly's with my dad.
Yeah, we decided she probably wouldn't like the heat too much.
Yeah.
We can barely tolerate it. She'd definitely not like it.
Yeah.
I should get probably a cool picture with the beefeater, right? That one's going on the Instagrams. Not only do I love that this place has information and souvenirs, feels nice in here, doesn't it?
It does. AC is great.
They even have pieces of bridge you can take home. Jeremy, we could finally get a proper cup and saucer so people don't have to complain about how we have the most giant mug for tea. They have this neat room that has all kinds of pictures spanning the medieval bridge that was constructed in the, I think, late 1100s, all the way to the current bridge that's now in Lake Havasu City. The first stone bridge apparently at one point had up to 200 houses on it. It was so congested that it would take people up to an hour to cross. There's a drawing that shows how all the different buildings kind of overhung. Just, it seems kind of dark and dreary after multiple fires and just, I guess, London bridges falling down, the nursery rhyme being pretty true to form. They constructed a new bridge and it was completed in 1831, and that is the bridge that is currently in Lake Havasu City. In the 1960s, they built a new London Bridge so that they could accommodate all the car traffic they now had, and in wanting to pay for it, put the bridge up for sale. And that's kind of where Robert McCulloch, the millionaire oil and car guy from the Midwest, buying it and bringing it over here. We watched this video that explained the history, and one of the things that I found fascinating is that they took every single piece of stone and labeled them and basically moved them over piece by piece and reconstructed them, which is just absolutely wild. That's pretty wild. We did see one when we first got over here on the other side of the bridge that looked like it was labeled. I don't know if that's one of the original numbers or something else, but completely fascinating.
Bob's your uncle?
Probably also worth noting that there is a rumor that the person who bought the bridge here thought that they were buying the Tower Bridge, which, to be fair, is a pretty cool looking bridge. But no, apparently he did in fact know he was buying the London Bridge. But I think maybe that misconception has to do with, as Americans, when we go over to London, I think a lot of times we think that the Tower Bridge is the London Bridge. So maybe that's how that rumor came about. I don't know. But either way, that was a fantastic place to check out. Really, really helpful to learn a lot more about the history.
Now that we have seen what is undoubtedly the most iconic landmark here in Lake Havasu City, what else is there to do?
The woman who's working at the visitor center, who was very helpful, by the way, she told us that it's really popular to go out to the different lighthouses. You can boat out to them, or you can actually also drive out to them. They are scattered all around the lake, and actually, I guess, do provide the lighthouse service. They are functioning lighthouses. There's also a nice walk she told us about, which I think may be a little bit too hot for us to have a nice stroll today. She also told us that downtown, there's a lot of art and galleries and boutique shops to look at, so that might be something you're interested in. There are also a ton of food options here, and we contemplated picking up some fish and chips and taking them down by one of the lighthouses and pretending that we're by the British seaside. The place does have good reviews, but I'm a little bit hesitant about fish and chips coming from a place that has a beach thatched roof vibe. So I think we're gonna go with what sounds really good on a nice hot day, shaved ice. Shaved ice, right? That's what shave ice. Shave ice, that's the Hawaiian way.
I think so.
Either way, I guess we'll pretend that it's a lemon top. I don't know, I'm getting it though.
What I think we were both kind of looking forward to right now, because it's already getting pretty hot, was a nice shave ice, but it's not going to be open for a little while, and I'm not sure if we're prepared to sit out in the heat and wait that long. Should you visit Lake Havasu and the London Bridge? Maybe. Would I come all the way from England proper to come and see it? No.
If you were taking a trip somewhere near here, like maybe Las Vegas or doing like Grand Canyon, Phoenix, then it would definitely be worth checking out if it was already on your way going to or from something. I would definitely recommend coming in fall, winter, spring. Winter's probably best. And if you do happen to be in the Phoenix area and you're like us and you're looking for some good British stuff, the Cornish Pasty Co. has fantastic pasties. Not only are they like a taste of Britain, but they also have some kind of cool fusion flavors. Like Jeremy's gotten a Hatch Green chili burger pasty, and I've gotten a Cuban sandwich pasty, and they were all fantastic. Everyone we've had has been fantastic. We always try to stop there when we're in Phoenix, so just wanted to plug that place in case you happen to go to Phoenix.
Thank you for coming along with us on the adventure. Thank you to our patrons for supporting us all the time. We appreciate you guys. And you should check out the video when the first time we went to London and saw the Tower Bridge. It's gonna be right over here.
And make sure you stick around because we're on a little road trip and we have more fun ahead. We'll see you soon. Had a moment of panic when we couldn't see our car behind this restaurant. Our car is here. Our road trip can continue uninterrupted. We will see you soon.